Alright, so this will be part 3 to nothing to everything. This is kind of just an inventory update. It won't be exactly right because I did do 2 trades before this because I forgot to do this. But I did record this. I didn't mess up this time. But so far we have 2 Grands, 2 Fire, 1 Frost Hero Blade, 1 Lightning, 3 Winds, a Hive Lord, 2 LFTs, and 2 Rail Blades at the moment. So we're doing pretty decent for only 3 episodes in so far. So for the first trade today, it was 6 enchants for 1 grand. Now it was a 2-star weight one, so it was an alright deal, but I really dislike having enchants. I don't think they're very good to trade. Now that's just my personal opinion because enchants are more of a universal currency in trading though. Now the next trade, it was a pretty good deal in my eyes because it was the 2-star pin Evan Spear, which we got for a grand yesterday with Jeep Gems included on that trade. And I did trade it for a Petras and a 0-star First Light. As long as I could find someone who would buy the gems, I think it's very good value on that trade by itself. So as I was editing the last clip with the trade about the Petras, I realized he actually gave me 2 Petras. One was a 0-star and the other one was a 1-star damage, so the trade was definitely worth it looking back on it. So the next trade was a Fire Hero Blade for a 2-star damage LFT and a 3-star pin Cerulean Dagger. Now the LFTs aren't really trading right now, but at least this one is damage, so if someone is looking for a damage one, I do have one. So since we were running out of usable hero blades because we didn't really have fire or shadow ones left to a good degree, I went ahead and DM'd N1 again, seeing if he had any, and he did have a shadow hero blade and an Evan Spear, which he was willing to trade for a rail blade. Now the Evan Spear was 2 stars, so we did end up giving a Prophets and a Bloodless to compensate a little bit for that. So the next trade I did was the 2-star weight grand that we just got for a Petras and 4 enchants. Now he was willing to offer more enchants, but I felt like it wasn't really worth it for him. Now for these trades I am looking for overpay for most of what I am trading, but I don't really want to like scam people out of way more than it is worth. So I did take a decent amount of break, so this one is right after the update that just happened for me. So this is a Gel Hero Blade for a 1-star grand. So this week's update did just come out, updating Fire and Shadow Path. So really I'm going to be looking to buy Fire and Shadow Hero Blades for relatively cheap and trying to flip them for grands and rail blades like usual. Next trade we're doing is a Fire Hero Blade for another grand. Like I said, these are selling really easily right now, so I really do hope to find more of these. So for the next trade, I did end up trading a Shadow Hero Blade for 2 LFTs and a grand. Now, I didn't want to take the LFTs, but I really couldn't say no, because it's overpay nevertheless. So unfortunately, I got caught up texting multiple people trying to set up trades, so I did forget to record this one trade. But we did get a Rail Blade for a 0-star Gel Hero Blade. The next trade I did do was a Blessed Gem and 500 Notes of Ours for a Hubris. Now I do realize I didn't get notes from trading. However, I do feel like notes really, in that little of quantity, doesn't matter too much. And I did have it on the slot, so I decided just to go ahead with the trade. So the next trade I did was for the 2-star Evan Spear we had, and I got a 2-star damage Enforcer Hammer and a First Light for it, so it's a pretty good trade in my eyes. So I found a really good trade, guys. It's going to be a Curious Cleave 2-star damage with Grim on it with 4 other enchants, which were mostly all weapons also. And I did that just for a singular Gale Hero Blade, 0 stars, so a really good trade. So I did end up finding a very similar deal for a grand, which was 4 weapon enchants. Now these are all pretty decent weapons like the Canowar Fang and the Katana, so I did that just because I know a lot of people do look for enchants for those weapons. So for this next trade here, it's gonna be a little weird footage-wise because one, I almost forgot to record it, and two is because this guy wanted to trade at Duke's Manor and I didn't have my bank slot over there, so I really didn't want to travel that far. But I did have a PvE slot at Lower, so I went ahead and just did that on that, and it was 1 blue gem for 3k notes. Now this guy did end up giving me 7k because I traveled to him, but for this challenge I'm just going to add 3k to our notes probably here soon. I don't know when I'll put it there, but I will deduct 500 notes for the trade earlier so it's more consistent. Now I am a little mad about this one because I did forget to record trading until the very last second, so I started the recording, but this is the biggest trade that we've done on this channel yet, and it is... Let me get everything out because it's a list. Alright, so what we are trading is 5 enchants, an LFT, a Rail Blade. Both of those are 2-star damage, by the way. A Petra's and a First Light for 10 Hero Blades, and they're 4 Fire, 4 Shadow, 2 Gale. Now, is it worth it? To me, yes. Hopefully I can get the worth out of it because the new update did drop today, but it is winter tomorrow. So I'm hopefully gonna try to pump all these out really quick, but that will be in the next video because this one's already 6, almost 7 minutes long. But I hope you liked and enjoyed, and if you did, please like and subscribe.